We watched Shelby Oaks at the cinema. Should you?
I'm so scared.
Synopsis Scenario.
I've been searching for subscribers for the last 12 years. The last time I saw him, he said there was a subscriber standing outside of his window, staring at him. This is Ryan Jacob, as you know him, the host of ATC at the cinema. This is Ryan Jacob, as I know him, as a brother.
A woman's desperate attempt to find her long-lost sister falls into obsession upon realizing that the imaginary demon from their childhood may have been real. Please subscribe.
I've been searching for Riley for the last 12 years. I know my sister's not dead.
This is the Regular Dude Review Show. I'm Ryan Jacob.
I'm Brandon Kelly.
And we are
At the cinema.
Hey, I was excited to see that Shelby Oaks took place 20 miles, right in the backyard, Greenville, Ohio. I'll go to the fair there all the time. But like this movie, I was a little bit bored, but then there was some anticipation and a little bit of dread in there.
Yeah, it was a decent horror film from an upcoming face in the horror industry, but it left a lot to be desired.
It was pretty decent compared to what I was expecting from what I've seen from the trailers. It didn't blow me away or anything, no.
Yeah, I didn't have the highest expectations for this one. I knew it was Stuckman's directorial debut, but I just love my horror, so then the trailers made it look good.
I was definitely looking forward to see what fellow YouTuber Chris Stuckman was going to drop. If you like documentary-style horror and slow burns, I'd recommend it.
I would just say if you're a big fan of horror like I am, horror in general, yeah, I'd definitely recommend going and see it.
Welcome back to the Paranormal Paranoids. Today we're taking our first foray into the abandoned town of Shelby Oaks.
You're about to get a straight out the theater, popcorn in the teeth, Regular Dude review with zero spoilers, zero win. We got 4 categories, up to 4 scoops of popcorn, anywhere from no popcorn to a bucket. Let's see what the movie gets.
Bodies were found outside of Shelby Oaks. Riley Brennan is still missing.
Let's find out which kernels popped for Shelby Oaks and which ones didn't. So first out of 4 scoops goes to story. I'm giving it a half a scoop. It was slow. It had a decent payoff. But they sold the emotional aspect of the films, and it has some decent dialogue and everything. Like, not too many complaints, but some.
Yeah, I'm also going to give story half a scoop. It was just very slow for most of the movie, and some things were just kind of silly, but it had some good elements.
Second scoop goes to performance. I'm giving it a half a scoop of popcorn. I know that Camille Sullivan, she sold the emotion. She was pretty good in this. Keith David surprised me that he popped up in here, but nobody really stood out too much. No groundbreaking performances or anything.
Yeah, I'm also going to give performances a half a scoop of popcorn. I thought Camille stood out. She was all right, but the supporting cast just wasn't very convincing.
Third scoop goes to Theatrics. I'm giving it a full scoop of popcorn. I like how they kind of blended the documentary style and then it turned into an actual movie. The lighting and the sets were great. There was some gruesomeness going on. It was a little bit immersive. I felt like I was there a lot of the times.
See, I gave Theatrics a half a scoop of popcorn. I just felt like, the transition, like you said, was very smooth, but some of the visual things just looked bad, and the visual quality at times was just bad.
Fourth and final scoop goes to experience. You like that? I got it. I always say the wrong thing. So I was checked out for the first 2 acts of this movie, but then it came into like some, no way, don't do it moments. Heard a couple gasps from the crowd. I didn't leave the theater in awe or anything like that. It was a half a scoop, if I didn't say already.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give Experience half a scoop. I mean, overall, it was a good experience, but not great. I mean, there were some tense moments and there were some scary moments, but I just wanted so much more from it.
The last night I saw her, she said she saw a man standing in her window, staring at her.
It's time for the popcorn math. We're gonna add up the scoops to see what size rating we're gonna give Shelby Oaks. I gave it 2.5 out of 4 scoops. That's an overflowing medium. What'd you give it, Brandon?
Well, Ryan, I gave it 2 scoops out of 4. That's just a regular medium.
Shelby Oaks was just like slow throughout the whole movie, basically. It did have some grab your popcorn bucket moments. It hit the emotional moments, but it wasn't like so emotional, too emotional, you know? But I really liked all the horror aspects of it. And like, I don't know, I thought that the cinematography and everything was decent. That's the reason that's the only scoop that one got. The rest was half scoops.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was definitely some good elements in there. It had some good bones to it. But I mean, overall, I couldn't find a way to give anything any full scoops. I gave every category half a scoop just because I wanted more from every category, just more.
Yeah.
You live alone out here? Nope.
We got some bonus features for you before we get up out of here. Did you know Chris Stuckman put out a YouTube video, the best films of 2020. He gives an honorable mention to a movie called Hunter x Hunter, and he shouted out the performance to Camille. She was the lead actor in that movie. And then full circle moment, he cast her in Shelby Oaks.
That's pretty awesome. I might have to check that out.
It's also his directorial debut.
Yep. All right, if you didn't know, okay, so the Kickstarter campaign for this film raised its initial goal of $250,000 in the first 24 hours. By the end of the campaign, after 1 month, they raised $1,390,845, all pledged by 14,720 supporters, making it the most funded horror film on Kickstarter.
Crazy. So 8 months after Neon acquired the film, they spent $1 million on 3 days of reshoots to get some extra bloody scenes for Chris. And then they got Brett W. Bachman to edit the film and give it that fresh and polished look. Some of his work, he worked on Companion, Toxic Avenger, Hard Eyes, and a lot of more films.
And we appreciate that extra million. I recognized where that extra million was.
No, it was worth it.
So in one of the movie's posters promoting the movie, all of the names of the 14,000 plus people who contributed to the film are hidden within the poster. It's really, really small. You gotta like zoom in on it, but it's really cool to see.
And my name is not in there.
Where is my sister?
For more Regular Dude reviews and movie news, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time at the cinema.
Riley.